Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nadia Dwi Astuti. I'm English literature student from Faculty of Letter, University of Pamulang. And my final project is under title Maxim Violation in Spill or Fill Your Gut segment of the Late Late Show. And my final project consists of 5 chapters. The first chapter is introduction, which consists of background of the study, statement of the problem, and the goals of the study. And the second one is literature review, which consists of related study and theoretical framework. And the third one is research methodology, which consists of approach the study, data source, data collection, and the data analysis. And third one is the main of my final project, which is about finding and discussion. And the last one is the conclusion and the suggestion. Alright, now we move to chapter 1. Here we have a background of the study. Language is an essential tool for communication. Because language, people can be closer to each other. And to achieve effective communication, the speaker and the listener should be created cooperatively. According to Greece 1975, cooperative principle divided into 4 maxims. And talk show became one of the most effective media of people in communication to violate maxims. And the reason why I choose this talk show is because this segment of the talk show is rarely used in analysis of violating maxim. And the Late Late Show by James Corden is one of the most popular talk show in YouTube. And then the problem of the study were formulated into 2 questions. The first question is what types of maxim found in the spill or fill your gut segment, and what are the reasons of the speaker that violated maxim found in spill your guts or fill your gut segments. And also the goals of the study divides into 2 objectives. The first is to find out the types of maxims found in spill your guts or fill your guts, and to find out the reasons of the speaker that violated maxims found in the spill or fill your gut segment. And now we move to chapter 2, which is about literature review. And from those 3 previous studies, most of them analyzing violating a maxim, and only the third study which analyzing a humor style. The first study is from Khatibul Umam from University of Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara. The study is entitled An Analysis of Violating Maxim of Greece Cooperative Principles in 3 episodes of Ellen Show. The study aims to improve the learners of understanding in communication, affecting by using and knowing violation, maxim, and cooperative principle. And the second studies is from Esther Okta Alvina from University of Diponegoro. The study is entitled The Maxim Violation on Mata Najwa Talk Show, Celebrity Pengganda Simpati. And the study aims to analyze the type of violating maxim in Mata Najwa Talk Show and also analyze the violation behind it. And the third study is by Octaviana Nurul Aziza from UIN Surabaya, entitled, and the study entitled Humor Style and the Application of Floating Maxim used by James Corden in Anna's headline segment of the Late Late Show. The study aims to analyze the humor style used in James Corden talk show, and also analyze the type of floating maxim in the talk show. And for the review of literature, in this chapter, the writer discussed related theories and references with the study. Those are linguistics, pragmatics, cooperative principle, types of maxim, and types of reason of doing violating maxims. And for the theoretical framework, as the objectives of the study are to find out the types of maxim found and to find out the reason of doing maxim violation. So this objective is based on Greece theory and 1975 cooperative principle to identify the type of maxims that are violated by the guest or host. And meanwhile, to find out the reason of doing maxim violation, use the theory of Christopherson 2005. And now we move to chapter 3. It's about research methodology, which consists of a first study, data source, data collection, and data analysis. And the approach to study, this study use qualitative method as the approach of the study. The writer did not describe data in the form of numbers, but it is described in the form of words. And the data source, all data were taken from the U-Turns by James Corden talk show on the YouTube channel. And the data collection is, I collect the data. The first step is the writer search the Late Late Show with James Corden in YouTube channel platform. And secondly, the writer downloaded the videos gotten from the Late Late Show in 2017 until 2020. Thirdly, the writer watched the video several times. And fourthly, the writer observed and described what James Corden and his guests said in the Spill or Fill Your Gut segment. And the last, fifthly, the writer collecting the maxims by underline the sentence that are included are violating maxim and also the reason of doing the violating maxim. And the data analysis, the writer did the following steps to analyze the data. The first step was identify violent maxim in the video by underlined words and use quote marks to analyze the violating maxim. And the data are described in essay form. And the third step is analyzing the data was making a conclusion. The writer made a conclusion from the results of the data. And now we move to chapter 4, which is about finding and discussion. And the finding shows 25 data of the types of maxim violation or the reason of doing violation. And the first type is maxim of quality, which is found for data, and the maxim of quality found 8 data, maxim of manner, which is 6 data, and maxim of relation, which found 7 data. And the reasons of doing maxim violation, which cheer the hearer, which found 2 data, and hide the truth, which is 10 data, and avoiding to hurt the hearer is 4 data, and satisfying the hearer, which is 5 data, and the last is building one's belief are found in 4 data. And now we move to the discussion about data analysis. As in the data 5, James said, what is the most expensive thing you've ever shoplifted? The Chelsea answered, I've several times, but I've never something really expensive. I've always done it as a joke and walked out like, hey, look what I'm living with. In the evidence above, Chelsea intentionally said more than is required. According to Greece, make your contribution as informative as required. Do not make your contribution more informative than is required. And which means it is identified as violation maxim of quality. And the reason of violate maxim is she wants to satisfying the hearer because she put some jokes on it. And the next example data from data 13. James asks Haley, how much money did you get to appear on the Fire Festival promo? And Haley said, okay, I'm going not to share, but it made for a very generous donation to charity. In the returns above, Haley said, but it made for a very generous donation to charity. These returns not show clear answer, and according to Greece in Maxim of Manual theory, he said avoid obscurity of expression, avoid ambiguity, be brief and be clear, which means this utterance is identified as Maxim violation of Manual. And also the reason is she wants to hide the truth and also save her face. And the last example of the data is from data 20. James said, Kendall, your sister Kelly was supposed to be our show tonight, but she cancelled yesterday morning because she was sick. Here is a paparazzi photo of her today, so my question is, how is she feeling? And Kendall only said, this is so good photo. In the terms above, Kendall's answer is unrelated to the topic that James asked how is she feeling, but Kendall is only commented of this photo. According to Greece in Maxim of Relation Theory, the speaker must provide the relevant information to the discussion, avoiding the thing that is irrelevant with the topic. And which means it is identified as violating maxim of relation. And also the reasons of Kendall doing this violate maxim is want to hide the truth about the truly feelings of her sister. And now we are in the last chapter on my final project. It is the conclusion and the suggestion. I can conclude there are 4 types of violating a maxim are found, such as violations of the maxim quality, quantity, manner, and relation. And also the reason of doing maxim violations are found, such as the hide the truth, avoid to hurt, satisfying the hearer, cheer the hearer, and building one's belief. And the dominant types of maxim violation in this study is violating maxim quantity, and the dominant reasons found are to hide the truth. And there are some suggestions for students who learning maxim violation, and people should know that learn violation and of cooperative principle is important to achieve the ideal communication. The writer suggests the next writer to analyze another theory besides violating maxim, such as fluting maxim or opting out. And the writer could also find another object such as speech, act, stand-up comedy, and television series. Okay, so that's all about my presentations. Thank you for if I make any mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.